Hi everyone, so something a little bit different tonight. We're going to be looking at the effect of temperature on the resistance of cables. And if I can find a way to link to James Beck Electrical, one of my favorite electrician channels, I will do so, because this is carrying on from an experiment that he did where he used flame to heat up some cable to show the resistance change, and then packed it into ice to show the resistance change as well. I've got a unique setup in my workshop here, in that above me here is this incubation chamber, actually for ski waxing. You can hold skis at 60 degrees in here for a long time. There's a couple of plinth heaters there that provide the heat, and fans for recirculating to make it a nice even distribution. Really good for melting ski wax and getting ski wax nicely into the bases. But what I thought would be perfect is allow me to incubate some cables at a similar sort of temperature, so between 60 and 70 degrees. But I'm going to take it a little bit further than that. I've actually got three brand new 25 meter rolls of 1 mil cable, and I chose 1 mil because it's already itself got a reasonable amount of resistance, and hopefully we'll see more of a change. I've not gone through this at all, other than to check the starting resistance of the three cables is the same. So I've linked out line neutral on each of the three, and then prepped the ends. Folded back the CPC because it's not needed for this, and I put a bit of red tape on the cable reel that I'm going to incubate warm. Brown tape also on the end here for the cable that I'm going to leave at room temperature, and a bit of blue tape because I'm going to stick this one in the freezer. So we'll have something at minus 20, 24 Celsius, something staying at room temperature, which today is about 25. It's quite warm. And then that one's going to get heated up to 60 and 70, and we'll see what the effect of resistance is. Megar's just about to go to sleep here, so just gonna wake it up and see if I can do this one-handed. I have nulled these leads. This is going to be a little bit sloppy trying to do this with one hand on the camera, but I'll do my best. So 0.92. That's for the cable that's going to be heated. .92 for the cable that's going to stay at room temperature, so good start. We're in the same position so far. And for the cable that's going to go cold, 0.92 as well. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to get the heater going and get one set of cable in here. So this red cable is going to go in there, brown one is going to stay exactly there, and the blue cable coming over here. For those of you that are used to following me for sharpening, there's my Tormek, and I've got a freezer here, so blue cable is going to go in there. I'm going to give them some time to equilibrate at their storage temperature, so I'll come back in 20-30 minutes or so, and we'll see how the readings have changed. See you then. Okay, we're back. Slight change during the interval here. I've moved the room temperature cable down a bit because there's quite a bit of heat radiating off here. There's the temperature controls there, and this probe, which ignore that it says binding, just this was intended for ski sharpening. That probe is hanging down in the middle of the spool of the cable that I'm heating. So just to check in on resistances here. So I've zeroed the leads again, and we're now reading 0.91. It's a little bit warmer. I imagine the cable sitting out has warmed up a bit, but I brought this temperature probe out, which I'm gonna just have to reset. There, so that's gonna, I had that in my hand, so it's gonna drop down to, it's about 25.7, 25.8 in here. So 0.91, you can see the reading there. That's the room temperature cable. Now if we take a reading of the cables that have been warmed, much higher resistance, 1.01. So the theory does work. As cables warm up, so the resistance goes up. An interesting thing, if we take that as the cable temperature, 53.6, 53.5, So let's do 53.5 minus room temperature, say 26.2 times the 0.004. We're just doing the formula for cable resistance, and then if we times that factor by 0.91, which is our room temperature, we get basically equivalent readings. So math does work, and the science does work. So resistance, well, not surprising anyone, resistance of course goes up as temperature goes up. It's a little bit less than I expected. I thought, I don't know, for some reason I was sort of thinking the 80% rule that we apply to circuit breakers might kick in, and the temperatures, the difference would be more, but I'd never actually done that temperature formula until today. So and here, oops, sorry, not a good connection there. This is the resistance of our cables in the freezer now. This one's working a little bit less well. It's hard for me to know exactly the temperature inside there. The probe that I was using seems to not accept below -20. The door is partly wedged open. I think the cold experiment is a little bit less successful than heating. You can see the resistance is dropping even as we watch it. But I can't do the same formula calculations because I don't have a way to know exactly what the temperature of the cable is inside the core. I guess that takes a little bit longer. But anyway, hope that was interesting and useful. And again, a nod to James Beck, who inspired this video. I think because I'm using longer cable and also 1 mil, I was able to actually show a decrease in resistance for the colder temperatures. And yeah, nice that the math checks out for the increase in temperature as well. Okay, that's all. Next video we'll be back to knife sharpening. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.